Hey guys, I'm going to quickly go over how some of our top clients and top teams in the country are regularly converting home valuation leads into appointments and into listings. So the first thing is that generating leads is really the easy part, and converting the leads, as a lot of you guys know, is a lot more difficult, but that is where the money is made. An MIT study just recently came out, and it said that you're 100 times more likely to contact a client within 5 minutes versus calling them within 30 minutes or longer. So calling right away is the most important part of lead conversion, especially with internet leads. We also recommend that you use some sort of lead management or CRM program. There's tons of these out there, and they range in price. Follow Up Boss is my personal favorite, but there's also Top Producer, 5 Street. There's a bunch out there. But you need some sort of system to keep you accountable and to set reminders for you to follow up and to automate a lot of the email portion of the follow-up. So the goal of this process is pretty straightforward. It's to set an appointment to view the home or to have a meaningful conversation with a potential seller about maybe listing their home, but also providing them with a free home valuation. So we're going to go through about a 5-6 day process, and each day that it continues, we're just going to assume that you didn't make contact. But once you do make contact, you're going to want to use this phone script that I'm about to go over real quick. So the phone script that you want to use that seems to convert the best goes like this. Hey, this is Danny with PhoenixHomeValues.com. I'm processing your request here, and I just wanted to give you a more precise value on your home. Now, I see your home is about 3,000 square feet and in the North Phoenix area. That's a great area, by the way. Just recently, our office sold a home right around the corner. I was really excited to see your request because right now we have 16 buyers looking for a home. It's pretty identical to yours. So it looks like you have a very in-demand property. We still have buyers contacting us, actually, looking to buy some of our past listings in your area. Can I ask what type of upgrades you have, if any? What are the key features of your home? Anything stand out when you were thinking of buying it? What kind of condition is your home in? Question for you. I told you we have a lot of buyers. Actually, my team sells so many homes that about 35% of our clients' homes never even have to go to open market. We take the info right to our investors and our pool of buyers, and in many cases, it makes any possible move seamless and stress-free. If I had a buyer willing to pay you top dollar for your home on your price and your terms, close on your time frame, would you be willing to or open to selling and moving up into another one? Great. When would be a good time we could come take a look at your home and give you our market valuation, as well as our guaranteed purchase price? Is tomorrow a good time, or later at blank a good time? So this phone script's going to vary from person to person, and I kind of screwed up a little bit there, but the goal is just to set an appointment with them to come view the home and hopefully convert that into a listing appointment. If you don't get a hold of them, which a lot of times people won't answer, they're at work or they're doing something, you can leave this voicemail script. Some people prefer not to leave the voicemail and hope that people will call them back, but this voicemail script seems to work pretty well. So it's pretty straightforward. It goes, "Hey Joe, this is Danny with XYZ Realty. You had hit our site recently and requested the value of your home, and I have some really great news for you. Give me a call back at 480-628-0494, and I'd love to share that with you. Thanks." So you're kind of baiting them with the good news, the great news. They want to know what it is. Pretty straightforward. And this great news can be anything from that they qualify for your guaranteed sale program, that you have 3 buyers looking in their specific area that are already in your database, that you're working with an investor that wants to buy a home in that neighborhood, or that inventory in their neighborhood is really low, which means it's a seller's market. If they give you an invalid phone number, or if it's a fax number or something, the go-to site is Spokio.com. You can type in a person's name, a person's email, and it'll look them up on all the social network sites. Whitepages.com is another obvious one. You can do it by address on that site as well. Facebook's an option, but a lot of people don't list their phone numbers on there, so that may be tough. And last resort, or another option, is to just Google their email address. And a lot of times people will have their email associated with their phone. Past Craigslist ads will come up. Clubs that people belong to will come up. So this actually, Googling their email address actually works really well, and people don't try that a lot. So after day one, if you don't make any contact with them, on day two you're just going to shoot them this email. And what we usually do for the day two email is we'll just put their address in the subject line, and then just write an email that you can see here. It just says hi, and then their first name, and then thanks for your request about the value of their address. Based on my knowledge of the area, the property is likely worth, and then you give a low estimate to high estimate. So you give them a kind of a range. And then you say, I can probably give you a much more precise number after I see the property and get familiar with what you would want, with what would make it stand out to a buyer. Would a quick 10-minute walkthrough work for you? So really the goal here is to get in the door. So you always have a call to action on your emails. That's always a good thing. And so if you don't hear back from that, day three, you're going to call them again and leave a voicemail. And here's an alternative voicemail script. Hey, and then their first name. This is Danny with XYZ Realty. You had requested the value of your home about 2 days ago, and I'm processing your request, but I had a quick question on whether any updates have been done, as this may affect the value. Please call me back at 480-628-0494. I would love to finish processing your request in order to give you a more precise valuation. So that's pretty straightforward. Day four, we're going to email them again. So the subject line this time is forgot about this, and then in parentheses, sorry. And it seems kind of weird, but it's a way to bait them into opening the email, because they want to say, wait, what are they sorry for? What did they forget? Who is this? So you're going to say, hey, and then their first name. Thanks for your request about the value of their address 3 days ago. I'm currently processing a request, but I need to know whether any upgrades have been made as this affects the value. Let me know either way. Thank you. So day five, if you still haven't heard anything, you're going to try calling them again and leave another voicemail. And here's an alternate voicemail. It's about the same kind of thing, but just a little different take. Hey, first name. This is Danny with XYZ Realty. You'd requested the value of your home, and as you know, it's really difficult for us to give a precise value without really seeing the property or knowing which upgrades have been made and what condition the property's in. However, we'd love to set you up with weekly property alerts with active and sold homes in your neighborhood, just like yours, so you're always updated and current on the value. This is no cost or obligation to you, and we'd love to set that up for you for free. If you could just give us a call back at 480-628-0494 and let us know where to send the alerts, and I will get this started for you right away. Look forward to speaking with you, and then say their first name at the end. So after day five, after all these voicemails and emails, there's a couple other things, and people have different opinions on this. Some people say, look them up on Facebook, send them a private message, text them, you can tweet them. It really just depends on your process, your personality, what you're comfortable with, and you don't want to do anything that's outside your comfort zone too much that it'll come off as weird and awkward, because you want to seem like you're there to help, not that you're there to stalk them. So a couple things after day five are that other clients have done are sending them or dropping off a handwritten note on their door, and then setting them up on weekly listing alerts, that's easy to do within your MLS. So for the handwritten note that some people do, they do a straightforward note like, Dear Joe Smith, would you consider selling your property at, and then their address, to a prospect of mine? Thanks, and then leave your name and phone. That's it. Some other people prefer to door knock. I personally would not want to door knock, but it varies by area, and especially if you're comfortable with doing it, there's no reason not to. But one of the key things to remember with door knocking is you always need to have something to leave behind. Ideally something that provides them with some sort of value. So some people prefer to door knock and then leave behind a CMA report for their property with comps and an estimated value. Other people leave behind a one-pager on why they should use you, like your sales pitch, your elevator pitch. Maybe a past postcard that you sent out with some social proof of other homes you sold in the area. A handwritten note could work. And then there's this guy, Don Wenner. He has a leave behind piece that just kind of describes why sellers should use him, and you can just Google that and you'll find that. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do to convert these leads. A lot of people drop off after the first attempt. They'll call them once, or they'll send an email, or the lead won't respond to the autoresponder, and they give up. And that's you're basically just leaving money on the table at that point. So you really want to be aggressive with these, because these leads, they're not cheap, and they could easily convert into listings, as a lot of these people do, especially the ones that are curious into what their home is worth. That's usually in the beginning stages of them wanting to list their home. So I hope that helps. Thanks, guys.